Today we're going to be working on our stained glass window project. We're going to be doing the rough draft of it. Okay, so each of you should have a sheet of graph paper which you have drawn the X and Y axis on. Okay. And then I've given each of you a sheet of paper that has 4 columns with linear equations in them. Okay. Your directions are to choose 3 equations from each column to graph. Okay. So in the first one, I'm going to do a sample. I'm going to choose the very top one, which is x equals 4. All right? Let's go over to a page, and I'm going to draw it just like it has. It has equation. It has equation. Look on your sheet so you won't be mixed up. And I'm choosing x equals 4. It has an x, a y, and then an x, y, which are our coordinates. Correct? Okay.
Teachers, please find interruption. Please allow the following students to report to guidance for makeup testing. Yarini Campos Valerdo, Irene Gamble, Destiny Walden, Evan Pratt, Nahavia Billy, Maria Bronson, Jason Smith, Keith Wade, Alexandria Stillwell. Please report to guidance for makeup test.
Okay. So if I have x equals 4, I'm sure everybody in this room knows what kind of line this is. What kind of line is this?
Vertical.
It's vertical. It's vertical. It's not a function because it's x, remember? So what we're going to do is we're going to take our pencils, and because it says x equals 4, we're going to put 4 here every time. See that? Because it's a vertical line at 4. This is the only time I ever name my y's, because y's are usually what? Dependent or independent? They're usually dependent. And here they're going to be independent because we know it's a vertical line. So I personally choose these numbers every time. You can choose any ones you want because that's going to give you the point. Now we have the coordinate 4, -3, 4, 0, and 4, 3. Okay? At the bottom, under that, it says slope. What is the slope of a vertical line?
0.
Is it? It's undefined, which is not the same thing as 0, is it? So you write undefined, and the y-intercept. Is this line going to intercept the y?
No.
It is not. So you're going to put not applicable, or it's not, whatever you'd like to put there. So that's your first set here. Okay, you're going to be picking. This is at the bottom of it. So your slope of a vertical line is 0. Excuse me, it's undefined. Excuse me. Woo, woo, woo. It's undefined, and the y-intercept is not happening here because we're going to show you. Now let's go back over here and graph it. So my first coordinate was 4, -3. So I go over 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 3. Correct?
Yeah.
And then I had 4, 0, and I had 4, +3. So there's my vertical line. Does everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
That I'm going to draw, and you want to draw it all the way across your graph paper so we can create this stained glass window. What you're actually doing is this part of it, okay? And you'll have points on it. But when you get to this part, you'll be doing across this, and you won't have your axis at all on it. You'll only have the lines you drew and the colors you did, okay? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So this one will be very smooth, like this one. Okay? So that's that line. Now then, you pick 3 from that column. What if I pick a y equals? What kind of line is that?
Horizontal.
It's horizontal at that point, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you're going to do. So you're going to do 3 from the first column, 3 from the second column, box, excuse me, on the back, 3 from the third, and 3 from the fourth. And then we're going to start graphing. So go ahead and do those. All right, thank you. horizontal.
So if we pick the white, we'll be moving every day. I'm telling you. So how do you? Hey, and you got the
So basically, right here, it's like we chose the X, and then we.
Excuse me, we're supposed to be
So
working.
basically, we chose the X, and then the X basically chose whatever we wanted to put Y.
Okay, so say if I put.
Just like that. And now you're gonna do this one and this one. 3 of them on this one. Circle's the one you chose. You chose this one. Now choose 2 more. Put them in these boxes. Does anybody else need some help? That's exactly right. Okay, but don't put 3 zeros. Put 3 different numbers. Put these. Put 3 0 negatives. You see what I'm saying? Because you want 3 points. Do you both have rulers?
What she said? Oh, she just told you what you were doing.
Yes.
Are you on this one? Right. And so what's the slope of that one gonna be? The slope of this. What kind of line is this one?
I see.
Yeah, so what's the slope? Okay, now put your parentheses. That's right. And so now you're gonna graph those. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 3. 1, 2, 3. You're gonna put all 3 points and then draw your line. Okay, now this one's not.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you.
Which one are you choosing to do? Okay, you're gonna do those 3
Oh,
here.
you supposed to choose one, right?
3 from each one.
See, I don't know.
Okay, this one's okay. Let's say you choose the 8, but it says y equals 8, so every single y would be 8. You're kind of, when I'm helping them, you're taking them too, okay?
So,
Yes, sir.
for Y, I still got a vertical line.
Which one? It's y. You haven't done y yet. These are all this one. You've done this one. How does this one get?
Don't drop that tongue like really do it like that. You know how. Good work right there. Appreciate that, dear sir.
Right, so your equation is x equals 6. And this one is x equals 4. Okay. And you're gonna circle. Here's what you got here. And there's that. And you're just gonna write that here, x equals 4. And then remember to put your slope and your y-intercept. Yes, ma'am?
Okay, so for x right here,
-7, 3.
Yes, ma'am?
Oh wait, I did this wrong. That's my
No,
fault.
no, 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 no.
You ready for that?
These are the whole equation. They go here.
It's not doing it. It's just
These are horizontal. Three of those go here. What's another one?
What are you doing 7 on 7?
Oh, never mind. I probably can do it.
But look though, I don't remember none.
we pick any number, or
You pick any one for y. For those 3. Now you're gonna pick them for x for the rest of them.
so for slope,
What is the slope of this kind of line? This is a vertical line, so what is the slope?
undefined.
Undefined, so that's what you're putting. You don't need any help, you're doing good.
7, 3.
But that's not the y-intercept. The y-intercept is a coordinate, 0.
The slope, there is no. Y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x2.
0, 8. Right?
Y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x2.
Okay. So has anybody gotten to their horizontal lines yet?
Me.
I have.
I'm trying to. Well, now I am.
You're on vertical. Oh, you're doing all your things before you graph? Okay.
Miss,
So you're doing this one now? This says y equals
Right here.
13.
-7.
Not x equals 13.
Oh.
Now look at the equations. They're two different kind of lines.
Miss HP.
Raise your hand, please, sir.
I was not paying
Yeah.
attention.
Yes, sir, you are.
So, how do I do like
I grabbed my line.
Mm-hmm. See, you're making your things to color. You're making your
Are we gonna be able to choose?
color you want. We're just getting the lines in.
So I'm supposed to do this one.
Okay, that's
Sorry, you gotta
a
read
y
that, bro.
equal. So where would you put the number? 0 and 3. Excuse me. These doctors are gonna be watching this. Can y'all act right?
You gonna get technical?
Hang on. Thank you. And you understand you're making the dots on this one, but when you go to your, other paper, it's not gonna have the dots, it's just gonna have the lines. Okay, and label your lines so you know which one's which. Label your lines with the equation.
How are we supposed to label it?
Just like x equals 4, which one's which? What is the y-intercept? On these, there isn't one, is it?
There is a
So
negative.
it's just in A, not A. One more.
They gonna look at
from this
the
box.
labor.
And then you're going to this box.
So why ain't
Nah, bro, you should never said it. I was beside you. You need to go back to it.
Okay, now label your lines with the equations. Put your equations on the lines.
Uh-huh.
What is this equation? You didn't write it here. It's x equals 4. So wherever you put this line, you need x equals 4 on it.
Wait, I'm confused now. You confused.
This is your line, correct? You should have written this equation here.
Okay, we're gonna put that in B.
And then you're gonna write it on here so you know which line it is.
Wait.
Miss HP.
That was the wrong line, Miss HP.
That's why I didn't, that's the one that looked like it wasn't yours.
I can't make it over
What? Where's your origin? I can't even tell where your origin is. Okay, let's make a big circle around it. Well, you got it kind of blocked. You're not on the thing, that's why your line is right. That's why you're doing this on the scratch paper. Okay? You can erase that now, okay? So what are you trying to do now? This was x, this is negative 10. This was x equals 4. And x equals 6. Okay? Now we're doing horizontal. So where's your... And 1, 2, 3 down to 13. Where's your horizontal line? Okay, now you're going to horizontal. That looks good. Okay, where are you mixed up? What, babe? Okay, we're ready to do horizontal. Pick one.
I have no idea. You got to ask
And
me.
next
I don't even know how to
Where are the next?
Why you always come over here with the conversation? God dang.
I'm laughing.
Huh?
I'm not
Cut off her
doing it.
hands. You know, I start recording.
No?
I ain't gonna choose for this column.
Yeah, for each column, 3 on each one, you have 2 pages. This whole column should be from here. This whole column should be from here. These go in this one, and these go in that one. You gotta make your lines. You can't just make the dots, go ahead and make the line. You'll be totally confused.
So all these things are supposed to be full.
The whole entire boxes are supposed to be full.
No, sorry, all these supposed to be 4.
No, you pick 3, that's 1. Pick another number here. Oh, that looks good, you're finally getting to your horizontals, good. But you only have 2 vertical, 2 horizontal. No. Label them like this.
Shiny, put the camera. Shiny, put the camera.
Get over here.
That's right. Now you're ready to start on. When you start getting the real slow one, it starts looking like the same left window. You're gonna choose 3 out of here. Choose one of those.
Shit, I gotta eat.
Choose the first one.
Let's see.
Bro, shot. Recording?
Your numbers that you did here and then you can put -3, 0, 3 there. Whatever you choose to put there. I always just put negative number, 0, and positive number. Now, what kind of line is this? It's horizontal, so what is the slope? Look at the slope, ma'am. 0. So you put 0 there. Now, do you see a y-intercept here? How about right there? Isn't that going to be 0 and it's going to be on the 3? So isn't that going to be your y-intercept? So that coordinate is what you put down there, but you put parentheses around coordinate. Okay, let me see what you got. Are you... maybe darker. I can't hardly see that.
Look at my junk. I
You
just.
have to see it through to that elbow. Yours is nice and dark. I can see yours.
And then you do the 5. You would start graphing from the y-axis.
Which one are you on? I wanted to hear her explanation, but I just want to know what you're on. And you explain it to us while we're on camera.
I'm confused.
Okay?
Right here. My lines, they're still going vertically. And I'm on the y part, and I don't understand why.
You put a 0 and then you put a 2.
Oh, well that's the first mistake. But they're still gonna...
Where did you get y equals 8? Okay, all right. And then you made up these?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, show them to me. Show me those points.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Start at your origin, which I can't see.
It's right.
So let's make
wait,
the
it's right
origin.
there.
Let's make the origin. Let's circle it. Okay.
So 8, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
That's 8, 8. And
All right.
then 0, 8 is right here.
Is right here. Up here, and the line goes this way. Now you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to count with yours. You're getting ready for your slanted lines, aren't you? That's going to be good. That's the part that makes it look good.
How are you gonna do this? The 5x.
Well, first of all, how are you got a negative 5x as y? You can't have x's there. Why do you have x's in it?
What was I looking at? Oh, I was looking at this one.
No, you're not to those yet. And you still don't put the x's where the y is. Okay, so wait a minute. Where are you? Right here?
Yes.
What does that say? Say that to me. Say the equation.
Oh, never mind.
Now say it to me.
No, I know that's supposed to be in the Y.
Yeah, that's right. So erase those two. Wait a minute, hold on. Why did you choose 3 10s? No. These are equations by themselves. These are what kind of lines? Vertical. That's these three. Now you're to this one to pick 3 for these 3. These are the whole equation. So if you're erase the 10s, and you said we were on this one, so pick one and circle it. Pick the one you want to choose. Okay, you're gonna check. Y equals -7, so write that down. All the way down. Okay, you get to choose your x's. Now, if you're choosing -8, 0, 8, or -3, 0, 3, you can choose the same thing right here. Okay, and now make -8 change your, and then when you graph those, what kind of line would these be? When it's y equals a number, what kind of line is that?
Horizontal.
Horizontal. And what is the slope? Look at the slope, man. What's the horizontal, the slope of the horizontal? 0. So you'll put 0 here. And so you'll need to fix him up to go with this box, just like you're doing this one, okay? These 3 go with this box. You see?
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions? Anybody need assistance?
Not yet, but I want to. Eat them up with a chocolate. NLE Chopper.
You're supposed to be labeled. Okay, you got them labeled. I just can't see it, okay? They're talking to each other, getting them talking to each other. That's the main part. We want to hear what y'all are sharing with each other. And you're thinking on it. What you're thinking. Okay, how do you do that? So I'm over here. And let's talk about this. And you got us too. You help, okay? He wants to talk about these. What form are they in, Rayshawn? What form is this equation?
And slant line, like a horizontal. But,
It's gonna make a slanted line, but what is that called? Slope intercept. So what is your intercept?
1,
In the first one it is. What is it in the last one?
-4,
Good, that's your y-intercept. So what is this number right here?
4x.
No, right here, this 1/2 x. What is that? What is the 1/2? What did you call the line? He called it what?
Intercept. Y.
It's what kind of intercept? Say it again.
Y.
Slope intercept. So what is that 1/2?
Slope.
Slope. So the 1 tells us to do what?
Go up 1.
Go up 1, and what does the 2 say?
Go to the right 2.
Right, and that's your points. So you got -4 is 1 point, and then up 1 over 2. Remember? You can do it on your, now you can put it in your number, you can make it work, or you can graph your line and then get the points off your line. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so for y intercept, am I okay? So
Okay, so you tell me what kind of lines these are.
horizontal.
So what is the y-intercept? How does a y-intercept look? Have you already graphed it? Okay, where did it cross the y-axis? Okay, which one's your y? Is that your origin? I'll make it big. So where did it cross your y-axis? Where did this line cross?
0.
0, right? So there's your coordinate. Write it down right there.
Oh,
Perfect.
so I was supposed to do, okay, so I got -3 0, so I was supposed to go up, go
Wait a minute,
down.
which
3.
one? You don't have negative. You don't know -3, -7.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go
Down.
across 3 and
What?
down 7. This is your x. You're on your x-axis.
No, I'm saying so it's -7 is the
This is your y-intercept because the x is 0. That makes your y-intercept.
yeah, so I go down 7
Yeah, it's down 7, exactly.
and go over 3.
No, we're not going over. That's in these. This one, you're just graphing these points. -3, -3, 1, 2, 3, and then go down 7 and put a point. Then do 0,
I'm
-7.
just so confused.
Okay, well, graph this one for me.
I thought you said go down 7 and then.
Wait a minute. We're not doing these now. We're doing these points. Just do that point. Make that point. You're thinking about slope. That's over here. Do just that point. Like if you were graphing that cartoon picture. Perfect. Now go 0, -7.
It's this way, cause
It's right there on 0, and then go down 7. Because you don't move on the X, because it says don't move on the X.
and you said go down 7.
Isn't that what it says? Boys, keep working.
No, I was supposed
You should have 6 lines going across, slanted. Okay, so here's your line.
But that's supposed to be the other one.
Okay, go to 3.
2, 3.
And down 7. It's got to be right there, doesn't it? Yep. And so there's your line you're drawing and label. You see it now? Okay, by the time, if I can get y'all back today, we can color. As most of y'all are finishing the lines. To color this part. And then we're gonna put it on this, so that you can put it, you're gonna actually color on here with permanent markers, so that you can put them in the window. Okay?
Okay.
I'll show you some that are made. Yes, sir. I have somebody in the restroom, you have to wait a minute. See, there's one, a small one that's made a different one. But then you can put them in the window. Somebody gave me some more.
What is the 1.5 mark?
Here's some. Here's a whole folder of it. See, somebody chose to do it just in 2 colors. And then I have some that are different than that. And then here's one that somebody did 3 colors, 3 or 4 colors.
I'm gonna use some color rainbow.
Okay? Make sure you're labeling your lines. Label this equation. What did you say in your equation? What is this equation? X equals 4. So wherever you did that line, you put X equals 4 on.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh.
So you know which line you've got. That looks really good, George.
Yeah, kid.
Okay, now what can you do? Let me tell you the different things you can do here. First of all, you can graph the line and then pull your points. Or you can plug in your X, 4X plus 3 is 7, just like you got it. Okay? So what are you looking for here? You're looking for the slope of that line. So you can do it exactly like you're doing it, or you can do it on counting it on the graph. Perfect. You're doing it great. You can do it that way, that's perfect. Either way. And wait a minute, what do we have
Remember, if you
here?
don't know what to do, if you don't know what to do, look at the slope guy.
Thank you, sir.
So use a different species.
What, you were supposed to have 3 from
Look
this
at the
one
camera
here,
on my face.
3 from this one here, 3 from, yeah. Number there. You're gonna say y equals 4 minus 3, so y is gonna be 1. See? -1 minus 3 is,
My -4.
so those are gonna give you your coordinates. You see it?
That's what I did, like, right here. That one was 4, -1.
But here, instead of writing X
Oh, I can just replace it?
minus 3, you put 1 there.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? You're doing it, but you're not writing it. No. Erase this. You're gonna put a number there. You said Y is. Negative 1 minus 3 is negative.
Here goes back to Bill.
Yes. Okay, Shaheen.
I think I'm done. Is that look?
Okay, you're done with that part. Now you got to do these.
How you do those?
Okay, what is this? What kind of line is that? What's it form? Slope? What? Slope, intercept, right? So what's the intercept? What's the intercept there?
1.
Okay, so we already got your intercept. This could be 0, 1, right? So let's put this down. That's your equation, right? This is the one we're choosing. Y equals x plus 1. Okay, what are your x's?
1.
No, tell me what you want them to be. What have you been using?
3.
3, 0, and what else?
Negative 3.
Negative 3. Okay, now we're going to take our x and add it to 1. 3 plus 1 is?
4.
See how I did that? 0 plus 1 is?
1.
Negative 3 plus 1 is?
Negative 4.
No, try again. If we're going this way. Negative 2. So they're your 3 points to graph. And then you can find the slope. You can either find it with the equation or counting it on here. I can try.
This is confusing me because I'm trying to see. I did negative 3, 8.
Okay, you're on these? Or on these still? So you're on y equals 8. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, now you're having trouble graphing it?
Yeah, I did 1, 2, 3.
These are your x. Look, let's label it. X, y, right? So you're going on your x to negative 3, right? And then we're going up to 8. These are where you go first. You always go first on your x.
But I thought.
You're talking about slope. When we get to that, I'll show you that. That's different. Okay?
So
You're
you
just
said
plotting the
what?
points. Go to negative 3. And then what do you say to go on y?
Go up 8.
Up 8. And put your point. Don't get confused. You're plotting points right now. The other one is finding slope.
Okay.
Okay? Now go to 0. Okay, and go up 8.
Oh, up 8.
Yeah, because you got positive 8 right there. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's going to give you what kind of line?
Horizontal.
Horizontal. With what kind of slope does a horizontal line have?
What?
What slope does a horizontal line have? I'm coming in just a minute. What kind of line? Huh? What kind of slope does a horizontal line have? Look at slope man.
Negative?
Look at the horizontal line.
Wait, hold on, I'm confused.
Well, let's talk about what way a horizontal line goes. Show me with your hand. Yeah. So which one on slope man is the horizontal line? Is what?
Why are you confused me? 0.
It's 0. A horizontal line has 0 slope. It says mouth. See? Okay. So that's what you're going to put under here. Okay?
Okay. So,
I think you got this now. I can see that it's come to you.
okay. So for this one.
Okay. I would be totally embarrassed.
Oh, let's just